Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Now he's loose at the 40.
Shoves him aside.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A huge play there right off the bat. 59 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On 1st and 10, Barber. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Third and 19.
Operating from the gun. Barber. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Keep the pressure on him, offense. Let's get out of here. What's up, go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Jets are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And Hall has it knocked loose.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you talk about this Jets defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw in film where they had 5 picks last week, All I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Barber. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they thought, touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, it's Fields. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. You look at this Bears defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Off play action. Barber. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep for the Jets, Mecole Hardman. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Down the sideline he goes. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance.
Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Barber. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. A toss left side for Hall. And he powers his way up past the 30. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Work in the middle got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll give to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. Caught by Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Fields on 3rd down. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Again, Fields. This will be caught at about the 6. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
First target, first catch, and a first down. A handoff for Hall. And he loses the football a second time. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. In motion right, that's Wilson. They run the option here on 1st and 10. The 20. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what?
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point forthcoming. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Barber.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
22 yards there, a first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Ashton Davis.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. On the toss, it's Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw is Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
In motion left is Wilson.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Fields going to keep it running right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Jets have scored again in this third quarter. This time the move out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a give to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Running left, it's Hall. Now he's into the clear again. And the right end. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his touchdown on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Mixing up the middle. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barber. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Off the play fake. Barber. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 18. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. To throw on 2nd down. Barber. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Barber. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, so much for the 1st down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a 1st down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, 33 yards. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, They're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here we go, Zach.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spot on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit and try to protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
This is 2nd and 8.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Mixon on first down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to give it back here just shy of the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And you got to be... There he goes, left side!
Breece Hall racing to the end zone.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York!
Breece Hall,
81 yards!
and the Jets use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Mooney, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw again.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 11.
They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it in